we're actually recording today. Alright. Okay, a little bit of background. So, oh my gosh, I almost hit my head on my desk. Okay, so a little bit of background. So I've been trying to record the same, sorry, I'm moving right now, so it might sound a little weird. I've been trying to do the same stupid, not stupid, but I've been trying to do the same freaking episode for like a week now. I've tried at least 7 times trying to freaking record this one video. Every time I've done it, has not wanted to cooperate. It's either been way too like late, like there's a lot of latency throughout it to the point where it's not really watchable. It's dropping like 15 minutes. And then yesterday, when I thought I had all my settings configured and I thought I was doing good, turns out after I almost was done with it, I found out that I hadn't even hit the record button. It lied to me saying that the record button was hit, but really it was just like ending off the last thing that I was doing. So yeah, we're here now. This is Doki Literature Club Part 3. If you don't remember, which you may very well not, go check out the last video. But basically, the way we ended off is we finish off by doing the poem of the day, which is gonna be today. I'm just gonna give you a disclaimer. I'm not gonna be as enthused to do this, and I'm probably gonna be rushing through it, just because I'm so tired of having to like reread the same exact lines like this much. Like if it was just like when I was recording the second and the third time after like I already failed the first time, I was still doing it. I was still enjoying it because I forgot most of the dialogue by the day. But I've reread the same dialogue so many times that I basically know exactly how it goes. I'm gonna try my best to keep it as like, you know, entertaining as possible. This one's probably not gonna be very great and it's probably gonna be kind of rushed. But that's because I'm just so tired of doing this, because it's like, I'm excited to get past this point. Because like, you know, at this point I've forgotten most of the rest of the game. But what's it called? I definitely have not been very happy about the fact that every time I have tried to do this stupid thing, it's like, okay, look, I enjoy the game and I enjoy recording it for all of you, and I really do enjoy it. Am I even logged in on the Discord? 1 minute. I think I'm fine. Please load. Hello? Okay, yeah, we're good. Sorry. Real quick, I'm gonna see how latency's doing. Oh, we already have one problem. Okay, that's fine. So, basically, throughout this entirety of the stream, I'm going to be checking that, just because, like, if it ever says near 100, I gotta restart. If it does it anymore where it's like, it's just not wanting to load it anymore, then I'm just gonna not do this, and I'll just like go back to fully just recording on PlayStation. But yeah, that's what's it called? That's really about it. I don't have much else to say. I hope you enjoy. Let's get right into this. So, what's it called? So as you can see, this is last week. These are the 2 videos that were uploaded. This is the end of the first time. This is the end of the second day. We're gonna be starting from here. And it doesn't show all my saves. I overwrit a couple of them. But I'm just gonna go straight back into it from where we were. Also, just so we get out of the way, thank you to the Salvato team. You're the ones who made the music. I'm not claiming to own any music. This is gonna be in the description, but just as like a little thing. Let's get right into this. Like I said, it's gonna be a tiny bit rushed, but the next one will be fine. Like if these start going more smooth again, you know, don't worry about it. It's gonna get better. It's just this one's probably gonna be rough, seeing that I am just so tired of saying the same stupid lines. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Mr. Crimson. Yo, Sayori. Okay, like, every time I record this is just such a freaking weird thing. Okay, think of all the, like, belittlement and hatred we've given Sayori, and then we just greet her so casually. Like, it literally, we're just an asshole the whole time, but then, like, we freaking just say yo, like, as if nothing's happened. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyways. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Oh? Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look in your purse, Sayori? I'm sorry, that's like the no, like, you don't go there type of zone. Like, that's the zone where it's, like, off limits, I would imagine. Like, that's just, like, I don't know, that's just where, I would say that that's, like, friggin' off limits. Sorry, I'm trying to do something. Notifications. I don't like it. It's friggin', for some reason, it doesn't let me turn on my Discord notifications. Like, it doesn't ever want to pop up. I think that's because my phone never wants to connect to the internet, but yeah, never go inside a woman's purse. Your dad, you thought he left you because he didn't like you? No, he went to your mom's purse one day just to, like, grab some gum or something, and then now he's just in there. You don't go looking for him though, because you're gonna get sucked in there too. But why that all of a sudden? No reason really. Just want to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill into the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. You're invisible. That's not fair. How'd you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. True. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all of your money so that I would lend you some. There's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that leaves only the one option. Ooh, I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Man, we're just on our game. I mean, okay. That you know, it's some logic, a little bit truthful, like a little bit too truthful, but, you know, we're dropping the logic bombs on her, but man, we're just on our game. Yuri suddenly giggles. Oh, sorry, I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It's just something in my book. Yuri, tell Mr. Crimson to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, we should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little son like that, you're suffering a fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. Ooh. I really like it when you speak your mind, Ash, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You're right, though. Case about that, like, honestly, that kind of fits. Retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. She knows exactly what she's doing. Sorry. I need to get off Sam's account. I'm not on it technically like right now, but it's like I'm getting a lot of invites and stuff from him. I need to log out. I'm logging into my account after the stream. Siri knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to a club before she even told me.
But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on, give me a little more credit than that, Sayori.
Pwap!
I smack her with the back of my hand.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. So does Sayori.
Ow. What was... A cookie?
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution.
Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked.
I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes.
It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Hell yeah.
Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Mopf. Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth.
I bit my tongue.
You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate.
Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one?
Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Jeez, I get it. Cookie's still in hand. Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Oh! Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, did you seriously just do that? Oh my gosh, she just bolted off. Yeah, real quick, I'm gonna check streamlabs. Oh, 3, not bad. Okay. That's not bad at all. It's only, like, if it's under, like, 40 is about, like, safe. If it's anything, like, above that, it starts to get a little iffy. Mouthful, Sayori trots away, say, man, we've just been on a roller coaster, haven't we? Like, we go from sleuth to joking to freaking getting hit to, like, monologuing. Like, man, Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Yeah? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today?
Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual.
Hope she's okay.
Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all.
You don't think she has a...
I wouldn't be surprised. Probably more desirable than all of us combined.
That's true.
Excuse me? Suddenly, the door swings open.
Sorry, I'm super sorry.
There you are.
I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
Monica quizzingly glances at me. Ugh, never mind that. What held you up anyways?
Well, my last period today was a study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time.
Makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
Must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano.
Piano? Piano? What the word? You played music as well, Monica. Oh my gosh, friggin' Yuri's gonna... friggin' write a tasty jam and start shredding an air guitar.
I don't really. I just kind of started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. That's...
Monica looks at me.
Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay!
Sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it.
That's so? In that case, I won't let you down, Mr. Crimson.
Monica smiles sweetly, turns into Snake. No, assumes battle stance. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not really. Chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyways. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Man, looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? Guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica.
We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is the idea of literature clubs sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds.
Sayori turns in a microwave.
That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds.
What's this? Sayori is really taking this seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this.
Huh? That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Aha! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy.
Okay, that was a little too forced.
Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself.
And I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things that make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. Can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Oh, well, you have the chance. You can see directly into her skull.
What?
I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair.
Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club.
Does our school have a napping club?
You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You need to get used to it.
Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard.
It's true, though.
Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori.
It's what I do best.
That's a problem. What about you? You look out better for me than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you?
Eh? Not every day.
That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? Man, we're freaking tearing into her. Like, she literally just, like, tried to give us some friendly tips, and then you're just like, how many days have you stayed up late this past eve? And then she's just like,
I don't know.
how many days this past week have you even gotten up on time?
It's a secret.
I knew it.
Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt.
Can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you.
Eh?
Barry glances around at herself.
How's it written all over me?
You're clearly in a rush this morning. Wow. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here.
Huh?
I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. And you really need a brush for this.
My hair is just really hard to get right.
I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't even straight either. I mean, nobody's gonna really care about the bow being straight. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I mean, that just could be she's in a rush. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. You know, the rubbing my finger down the side of her hair, that's a little too close for comfort, but I mean, the collar probably less so. We're fine, it's a little, hopefully she finds it alright.
But nobody would ever notice that.
Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't really care about that. Wow. We're just, so.
Hey, you meanie.
You don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori? Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet?
Eh? It's super mean.
Sorry, but you'll thank me later. Start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Okay, this is way too close. Alright, I don't care who you are. You're not related. Friggin', you are way too close for comfort.
This is so funny.
What is?
Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things.
Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. We're calling her stupid. We're the ones, like, right up in her business.
It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you?
I guess.
Hey, be careful. The button might come off.
Why is this one so hard to close? Struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly?
It did when I bought it.
If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about?
It means my kahunas got bigger again.
Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so... Why does it feel so strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that?
But it's so stuffy. Ooh, not worth it at all.
Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more.
Oh, fuck, drop something.
There you go.
Phew. That's so much better.
Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around.
So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
What kind of logic is that? I mean, she has a point though. You literally just said that, so I guess technically she's literally just repeating what you said. Why are you saying it like it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this.
True, I mean, she has a point.
And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Stop saying all these embarrassing things. What's embarrassing about it? She's just thankful that you look out for her.
Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier.
Only if you focus on going to bed earlier.
Fine. It's a deal.
guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning.
You're doing it again, Sayori.
Aw, but I was joking that time.
Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes.
Okay, everyone.
I like how somebody calls out.
Why don't we share the poems we wrote now?
Yay! Alright, I'm gonna check streamlabs quick. Oh! 2 now. Alright. We're steadily increasing, but that's okay.
Yay! Mr. Crimson, I can't wait to read yours.
Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. Alright. Yeah, sorry, I'm going a little fast here. It's just I want to make sure this gets uploaded.
Oh my goodness! This is so good, Mr. Crimson.
Huh?
I love it. Especially after yesterday's poem.
Ugh. Too honest sometimes, Sayori.
No, but really, I want to put this on my wall. Can I?
Sayori must be seriously overreacting. What, she's just being honest. Not a good writer at all. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a Mr. Crimson poem.
Oh boy. It's gonna sell for millions.
Maybe even $5.
Makes it...
And it makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori.
Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. That's why I just go by my heart. It makes me feel things and it must be a good poem.
Not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place.
Yeah, me neither.
Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Oh, we're just mean, aren't we?
Aw, you wanna write something for me? That's so sweet.
Yeah, right. But if you're always thinking about other people, you need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point.
Man, what is wrong with us? Eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind.
Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see.
Let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah, I like things that are happy and things that are sad.
Happy and sad? Can't see you liking something sad, Sayori.
Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug, and it makes a nice happy rainbow.
Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Yeah, true. You know, at least we're giving her some credit there. I mean, it's not friggin'... Actually, you know what? It's noteworthy, I guess.
Eh, it is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Mr. Crimson. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. A bubble sculpt like lid of cookie jar. It's secret place where I keep old dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like bundle of kittens. I reach inside with thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. There's no time to waste. I put in bottle to keep safe. And I put bottle on shelf with all of their bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes bottle to save day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, exploring like a dark cavern, discovering secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. Doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use more. My friend looked through a locked front door. Finally all done, I open up and in come friends. When they come in such a hurry, do they want bottles that much? I frantically pull them off shelf, one after other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against tile between feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards, all over floor. They're supposed to be for friends, but my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something, but all I hear is echo, 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 inside head. Not bad. Holy crap. Sari, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica told me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. Almost kind of creepy. After every one of the girls, I'm gonna check the streamlabs just because it seems like that's where it tends to like cut out a lot. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I think I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. Yeah, I'm pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sari's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no longer than a week. No more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Alright, let's check Streamlabs. There's a decent bit of problems and it seems to have smoothed over. Alright guys, well if you didn't see any of that, it was basically just her poem. I think that's about when her poem was. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either. Phew. Huh? Phew? What? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck I'll take as the win. I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. Yet, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kinda reminds me of Sari's poem yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess you've been friends with her for so long, so you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sari was a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time, it's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary, but think of it like this. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. No, I heard about Amy. She likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang chorus, my heart would pound to a rhythm of words. But she likes spiders. But that's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg real bad. Amy helped me up and took me to a nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has lots of friends. I always see her talking to people, but she probably just talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. Doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. Doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross, and the world is better off without spider lovers. I'm gonna tell everyone. Relatable. I don't like spiders either, but you shouldn't hate someone just because they like something you don't. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. Hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. I would be disappointed if that was the best you could do. No, of course not. Anyways, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. You know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks Doesn't matter, it can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid that if people find out, they'll make fun of you or think less of you. That just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. I can at least relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Let's look, I think it likes to lag a lot when we're... Alright, so not bad. There's only just like a little bit ago there was a decent bit, but we should be steady-ish now. Okay. Let's see what you've written for the day. You did pretty good, Mr. Crimson. Were you influenced by seeing everyone's writing styles yesterday? I guess you could say that. I was also a bit surprised by how differently everyone writes. So I respect you for trying new things. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Efforts can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Just try letting your mind wander through your feelings. Then write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. It's certainly an interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, well, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is it the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. Raccoon. It happened in dead of night while I was slicing bread for guilty snack. My attention was caught by a scuttering of raccoon outside window. It was, I believe, first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave raccoon piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of consequences, well aware that the raccoon is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off cutting knife. very same light that glistens of eyes of raccoon friend. I sliced bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting emotions onto a newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken following to me. You could say we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so bread is always handy. Every time I brandish cutting knife, raccoon shows me excitement. I a rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice bread and feed myself again. Nice, I like this one. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. A lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem was about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I can take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself, though I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Oh, that's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About being ridiculed for a strange interest? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does he really feel that way? Yeah, sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, he seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? But please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I don't have a reason to. Okay, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would have probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now. I'm glad you're a good listener. Alright, all back to Monica. Hi again, Mr. Crimson. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. Give my poem to Monica. Alright. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? Wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Oh well, maybe good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there's also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem, I think that's the kind of vibe I get. Sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has a kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. But anyway, wanna read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. Noise, it won't stop. Violent grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on turntable, like playing vinyl on pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless.
Lulled me. It's kinda weird. Calm down there, friggin' Monica. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh?
I guess it's just the way I write. Sorry if you don't like it.
No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I never really seen before, I guess. I kinda like playing with my space on the...
Oh, I kinda like playing with space on my paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes me feel like they're trying to speak over the noise.
I see. It's still hard for me to get what it's about, though.
Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You'll never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening.
Alright, real quick, I'm gonna check streamlabs again. Oh, 5, that's not good. We're getting in the... Oh, that's not good. Hit, like, almost 100. We're back down to, like, 26, and we made a short thing, but I think we should be fine.
Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room.
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? Not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves in front of our... instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event.
Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually doing or going to be doing for this event.
Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. Today we're going to be performing.
Performing?
Annika? Yeah, we're gonna be yeah, we're gonna have poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sari's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time.
Sari, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. You're kidding me, Monica. You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you?
Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that.
Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys. No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone just until a couple days ago. It's a lot for them. It's a lot to ask them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But I think we should still give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and put each other on a good performance, Then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what a literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in the club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it.
Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least that we can do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but...
Looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Ooh. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri?
Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces.
I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri.
This club is seriously gonna be the death of me.
Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We'll be practicing them in front of each other. No way. Annika, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry, I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more confident. Can I go next? Of course. Now, let's see.
Monica flips her notebook to find the specific poem she has in mind for herself. Then she stands behind the podium.
The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem.
Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face I don't understand. Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori?
I will go next.
What? Yuri's all fired up all of a sudden.
Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium.
This poem is called...
Yuri anxiously glances at each of us.
You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye.
Need to see if the crimson part changes or not. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. So I have to check, because this end part's where it really catches up. Alright, we're still fine. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. I'm gonna stop checking that now, because I think we should be clear for the rest. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside herself. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Man, we're full of surprises today. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. Not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Dang, she just took off.
Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing.
Yuri, looks like Yuri is down for the count.
Okay, I guess I'm next then.
Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium.
This one is called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled.
Sayori,
It's a lot harder than I thought. How'd you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine like you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then.
Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is, but it's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to read much more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud.
I did it.
Good job, Sayori.
Even Mr. Crimson liked it. Yes, that's a good sign.
What does that even mean? Why did we even have to say that line? It literally had no effect.
It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that the other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where the sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. You need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, that's what I've been practicing, that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time, I'm gonna make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have that much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki?
Don't make me go before Mr. Crimson. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyways. Might as well let Mr. Crimson lower everyone's standards a little before I have to. No, I'm sorry. That's the only reason why you want me to go first. I'm shoving your butt up on stage. I don't care. Freaking, you're gonna be mean, then you get to go first.
Natsuki?
It's fine. Might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. Let's go with what I wrote for today. Stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright then, it just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah. Going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. It's cold. It's cold. Why are you all looking at me?
You're presenting.
Hey wait, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting her poem, her sour attitude dissipates a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. Words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again.
Well, you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people.
I mean, doing it in front of other people would be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. When it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing.
That's a surprise, Natsuki. I thought it would be the other way around for me.
Well, that's just how it is, so
Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting.
Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead.
That's fine too. Doesn't have to be your own. I'm already presently surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. Makes me really happy.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish up planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this.
Alright, man, we were just way under enthused for that. Stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll try my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monica, of course, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori?
Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Hehe.
Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it.
Must be a little knife, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Mr. Crimson, you don't have to say it.
Whatever, let's just go already. I will come with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori.
Sorry, I was spacing out.
No wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to,
Sayori fumbles with her words.
So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. What would you do?
What kind of question is that? Kind of putting me on the spot here. Well, by the way, guys, in this playthrough we're going after Yuri most because we want to see some of those cutscenes. So, by the way, I don't like this choice. This is a very difficult choice because there's no right answer. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Yeah, walking home with Yuri. Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I'd feel awful turning her down, so...
Isn't she so beautiful and smart?
It has nothing to do with what I just said.
You admitted it.
Jeez. Not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen.
Well, maybe. I just like to think about it. Not long before you won't need me anymore, you know?
Need you? Sayori. Can't figure out how you're seeing the things in your head right now.
Sorry. Everyone is different.
Oh, sorry, everyone is different. No one in the club is a replacement for you.
If you say so.
The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. It was kind of her fault for trapping me in such a weird question. Can't just lie to her, but if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. If I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen at that time. Alright, we're gonna speed through this part so we can get this, done. We're gonna go mostly for Yuri. Sorry, there's not gonna be much here. There wasn't much for Natsuki in there, but it's not a big deal. We're going mostly for... Alright, this is where we're gonna call it for today. Gonna overwrite the save. Alright, this should be fine. Oh, wait. Settings. New. Alright, well that is about it, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed. I certainly did. But yeah, we'll probably be doing more of this week. I'd like to finish it up. So yeah. With that being said, thank you. I'm sorry, you know, it's been pretty hard to do recording on my PC, so any uploads that actually get uploaded, trust me, if there's a big break in between them, it's because I've actually been trying. It's not because, like, I'm just being lazy. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.